up to the ceiling, nigga. Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga. Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga.
Hold the fuck up! That boy Lucky the P and Toledo hurting them folks. I think you got a hit right here. This is my dog Lucky the P, featuring Act Obama. Fat Cat with the cheese. And them niggas running their money up to the ceiling. RJ Lamont, let's go.
What you been doing? What you been doing?
Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga.
What you been doing? What you been doing?
Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga.
What you been doing? What you been doing?
Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga. Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga. Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga.
What you been doing? What you been doing?
Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga.
What you been doing? What you been doing?
Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga.
What you been doing? What you been doing?
Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga. Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga. Running my money up to the ceiling. I've been saving my money, saving my money. I've been running my money up to the ceiling. I've been saving them hundreds, saving them hundreds. I done cut off the leeches. I only run with niggas that's getting money, that's getting money. When you see a real nigga, salute a nigga. When a nigga cross you out, shoot a nigga. That's just how the South Side do it, nigga. Do it. Working off phone, working off phone. We used to couldn't get past 1,000. Now we buying up home. We buying up home. We pulling whips off the car lot to a house that we own. The car's so damn luxury, we don't put on no chrome. We ride the whips plain Jane just to let you know that we grown. We used to sign our names on the dotted line for lease, now it's D's. I got this bitch on all fours on her knees with some cheese. So you know I'm about to make a killing, nigga. And you know it's blast on my ceilings, nigga. And you know where y'all came from dealing, nigga.
What you been doing? What you been doing?
Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga.
What you been doing? What you been doing?
Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga.
What you been doing? What you been doing?
Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga. Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga. Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga.
What you been doing? What you been doing?
Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga.
What you been doing? What you been doing?
Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga.
What you been doing? What you been doing?
Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga. Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga. Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga.
What you been doing? I been grinding, stacking to the ceiling, nigga. In the hood, making me a killer, nigga. Nigga cross me, I had to kill a nigga. What you been doing? I been cross country, nigga, getting a nigga from Miami to Atlanta, Georgia to San Fran, even Memphis, nigga. What you been doing? I been building cribs and all. They call me LeBron James, the way this Ohio nigga ball. They know I ain't selling no shirts. They thinking I'm selling work. I'm featured on 4G Auto, shot sauce on Baller Alert. Keep your head up, little nigga. This shit can get serious. Go on Tyrese Page, my whip on Fast and the Furious. Used to shop on clearance, now it's bands for my appearance. Balling harder than your parents. Rolls Royce is what I'm staring.
What you been doing? What you been doing?
Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga.
What you been doing? What you been doing?
Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga.
What you been doing? What you been doing?
Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga. Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga. Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga.
What you been doing? What you been doing?
Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga.
What you been doing? What you been doing?
Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga.
What you been doing? What you been doing?
Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga. Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga. Running my money up to the ceiling, nigga.
Lord, let me forgive, never let me forget. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. You won't beef with the king, what is you gonna do? We back. It's another episode of Hood Tales with ConeHead Early Bird Edition. Episode 270. This is a Thank God It's Freeday edition. We going back in the time machine, man. This episode 270 and it's on. Man, I remember I was doing my little thing in the streets, messing with the little weed and everything like that, and getting the pounds, and me, Chickadell, and Rob Zombie was getting our little, you know what I'm saying, getting our plates and shit. We used to patch up and get together and we'll go cop, all of us will cop together and shit. And I remember I was dealing with these white chicks. I used to serve these white chicks a little herb and shit. And I remember they was pretty cool. Like I never, you know, did anything extracurricular with them, but just make my money with them. And I never forget, I remember the one chick had me pull up to this apartment complex, and she wanted some herbs, so You know, I'm out there. You know, my clientele was different. I was out there with them yakas and shit. So I used to have a yaka clientele and shit. And when I was in Bag Rack, and then the funniest thing happened. I remember I pulled up to this these condos way out there going by between the Ritz Carlton and the Plantation and shit. These resorts. So I pull up and they, you know, I go inside, you know, I bring the little product, and it's this Mexican dude sitting in like he didn't even really, he just said, you know, gave me the head nod. I really didn't say anything too tough. So I ended up, you know, serving them or whatever. And, you know, Buddy was looking at my product and he was like, man, this some good shit. I'm like, yeah, it's quality over quantity, man. And so, you know, that was really pretty much the little introduction to what got me started working with the hyena. So I leave, and like a couple of days later, the girl called me and she was like, hey, you remember the guy that was here? That you know, got the weed from me. I was like, yeah, I remember, buddy. She was like, well, he wants to talk to you. He wants you to come back out here. He want to talk to you about something. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I go pull up on Buddy and come outside. He introduced himself. We started talking, and it was like, hey man, I like your style. I'm like, what you mean? He said, you don't hang with a lot of people. You know, they tell me you roll, you know, solo, or you be with your brother or your cousin. And I was like, yeah, pretty much, you know. That's how I think it should be, no biggie. And so he was like, man, it was kind of like weird. It was like a movie role or movie scene. He was like, what you know about cocaine? And I was like, shit, I know a little something, you know. Why, what's up? So he was like, man, I have an opportunity where you can make a lot of money. And I was like, how can I do that? You know, what's the offer? You know what I'm saying? And he was like, well, you know, my people can get as much as you want. And I'm like, oh really? He was like, yeah. He said, I can get you some bricks. I'm like, whoa, okay. Now, you know, I'm perked up now. In the back of my mind, it's like, oh, it's on. This is episode 270. It's on. So, I'm like, word? He like, yeah. He said, man, I'm gonna call you in a couple days, and we're gonna, I got something, a package coming, and just to see the test of water here. Oh, I'm like, okay. He said, you know, I'm gonna call you, so, you know, be you know, looking for my phone call. I was like, all right, no problem. So next thing I know, I get the call. So I pull up where he want me to meet him. So I meet him, and his nephew was there. And so he was like, look, I need your help. I got four bricks. I need you to help me get rid of them. He said, I really don't know anybody in this region, in this area, so I need your help. You look like the kind of guy that can help me get these things done. I said, I mean, yeah, I can. I know some people. I know, you know, how to work the move. So we come up with a number, which at the time was really extremely high at the time, but what we ended up getting, I understood why. So I go pull up on my cousin Boo Boo, So man, I'm telling Boo, I say, man, listen, I met this motherfucking Mexican, man. This bitch got 4 bricks, and we can move this shit, bro. So, cuz, like, man, you lying, nigga. I said, nah, man, like, nigga, we can get this shit going, bro. So the agreement was, I ended up meeting him again with cousin Boo Boo. And so me, him, his nephew, we pull up. And we chop it up. So Buddy came with an offer. He was like, listen, y'all help me move these 4. And the next shipment come, y'all get a free one. So I'm like, where I sign on the dotted line at for this agreement? So, man, we got that work. And when we popped that package open, I was staying in Buccaneer, hot as apartment 23. And, I was there with my oldest son and his mama and his sister. So I'm sitting in there, I got all this dope on me. And I'm like, man, I gotta do something. So me and Cuz popped that bitch open. Man, that was the best shit I ever seen in my fucking life. And when I say that shit looked at like salmon and shrimp, that shit was scale. So we had somebody check it out give it a bath, give it a bird bath. Man, that shit was that. That was him. That was mama that go that man. And when I tell you, it was on, man. We was moving that shit, man. We knocked that shit out in a week. And made so much money just off of that. But we had to stretch it because they was over, back then, nigga wasn't really hip to that shit at the time. But they had shit going for cheaper. But I'm just like, the opportunity. I was looking at the opportunity. Fuck that ticket. I was like, shit, thinking this shit gonna sell itself because it was that pure. And when I say we had a frenzy on our hands, we had a fucking frenzy on our hands. And so that's like, one of these memorable moments from this street story. Like, it took us 4 days. Took us 4 days to sell 4 bricks. We got that shit going. Now the rest of the shit ended up being a horror story when it was all said and done. But I appreciated that opportunity because it opened the door for me to learn that game. And I mastered that shit to the point where I could do that. I could chef that shit with my eyes closed. And like what people people don't understand and realize, man, I never looked at selling drugs as wrong. And only because at the end of the day, that's all I ever wanted to do. Now, you have your opinion on what you think is right and what you think is wrong. I know the reason why, this country think that it's wrong is because they can't tax and make money off of it. Because all the best dope come from the brown countries, and a lot of the brown countries don't fuck with America. So that's why, because they can't grow it. They can't they can do synthetic, but it ain't the same. See, they can't grow it here because of the climate and the temperature. It's not right for that. That's why the best dope come from brown countries, because America don't have that climate that you can grow that shit and it prosper. So if they could find a way to tax it and make money off it, they'll sell it. But the thing is, I never thought it was wrong because I wasn't dealing in the hood, and I wasn't dealing in my community. I had yakas, and I had, when I expanded and moved to the Bangham, I had multicultural and ethnic groups that I dealt with. And that's why I didn't look at it as like wrong, because I wasn't selling it to my people. I wasn't poisoning my community. I wasn't dealing it that way. But that's what it was. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Hood Tales with ConeHead. And I'm out, baby.